Hello, hello. Welcome to the Sunday chat. It's been a while.
Welcome.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
I can see.
Yeah, I think the last time we chatted was right before you got stung.
Probably.
He got stung on the eye and it didn't look very good.
Well, it didn't look very good. That's a really nice term for it. I could have went ahead and streamed. It's just everyone that would have been the question. What is wrong with you? Whole side of my head swole
Yeah,
shut.
we don't know if it was a wasp or a bee or exactly what it was, but it flew into his safety glasses. So he just kind of, but yeah. And then I guess it's just been fish trips between now and then. So it has been a while, but it's been a fun last couple of weeks.
Legacy hobbyist. Hello.
Welcome.
QC. Hello. Scotty. The
Hello,
Fish
Scotty.
Freak. What's up? 3G. Metalheads.
Oh, Stephen P's here.
Stephen P.
I think they're either in Disney or maybe it just happened, but it looked fun. I saw your pictures on Facebook today, and it looked really fun. The picture of his eye, I put it in the community tab on the channel. If you scroll down a little bit, there is a picture of what it looked like. I did post that.
That's fine.
But yesterday was his birthday, so tell Jesse happy birthday.
Well, I'm
gonna let everybody know since you hate it so much.
Yeah, I'm officially old.
We're both old.
No, I'm officially old. You're still young and beautiful. I'm officially old.
The big 4-0. Yeah, happy 30th. Happy 30th.
Steve, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, everybody.
Yep, happy 30th.
Mario, thank you. Yeah, I'm just start over. Just redo my 30s again.
Yeah. I have at least wiser. I was kind of intelligent in my 20s, but I like to think I'm way more intelligent in my 30s.
Well,
at least that's what I tell myself, you know.
You were way more intelligent in your 30s and probably until you met me. But other than that,
yeah. I did. That says a lot.
Until you reconnected with me, then yeah, you probably were.
I was on the right track, you know.
You were going places, and then you met me.
Yeah.
Then time stopped.
Or sped up. Seems like an eternity. Oh, happy birthday. We'll have your birthday party here. It'd be more fun anyway.
Metalheads. Yes, I know. I'm not alone on my 40 journey.
No.
There's a lot of us out there.
Mm-hmm.
But you're only as old as how you feel.
You made me feel real old.
That's why I'm still 18 and stupid.
I'm just playing. How was Aquashella? I didn't see. Yeah, we didn't have the typical streams that we normally do in the booth. We wanted to try something new, and so we tried that. It was a lot less work, especially because Jesse didn't go this time, so I'm glad I didn't have to hook up all of that. It was just really fun. It's always really exhausting. I come home and I crash for like 2 days. I just pass out because it's just a bunch of running around, but I love it. It's just a lot of fun. But the booth design was a lot different. We normally don't have scape tanks, and we had 4 saltwater, 1 reptile, and 3 freshwater tanks that were really it was really fun to watch them skate.
That's probably the only part that I feel like I would have liked was just to see the tanks while they made them. And then right before they finished them and left before all the other people got there. That would have been the only part I wanted to be there for.
Yeah.
But to answer QC real quick, that's quite a swell. Yeah. It felt like a baseball hitting my eye because I was driving a UTV.
Yeah.
Down a blacktop road.
Just cruising.
And like a goofball. My fault. I had my little motorcycle helmet on that I got to wear for the company and my seatbelt and all that stuff.
Mhm.
All this stuff you got to do for OSHA and company requirements and all that stuff. And I had my safety glasses on. Actually, I got some right here. I had them on like that, but I didn't have my helmet's got a little visor I can flip down.
Mhm.
It's inside and it just flips down a little short. When I did not do that, and it flew in and it just struck me, boom, right there. And that thing was stinging the holy living crud out of me in between my glasses and my eye, right there. Oh my goodness. And of course, I couldn't slow down, couldn't stop, do any of that.
You just kind of went like, "Wah!"
Yeah, I went, "Wah," and threw it. I was like, I'll be all right. And by the time I got back to my work truck, my eye was swole shut.
Yeah. And you're something on Benadryl. That was.
Well, you're probably not supposed to take as many of them as I did, but we're not going to talk about that.
No, we're going to forget that. That happened.
We're going to skip that part. We're going to skip the fact that by the time I got back to my show up that's at a shop that I have buddies at, I was like, I need some sort of medicine.
Help me, please.
Well, I had my glasses.
They just looked at you like.
I had my glasses on, but at that point, my eye was so swollen, it was pushing my glasses away from my face.
Yeah.
And they were like, "What is wrong?" I took my glasses off and they were like, "Ooh," one of those out of the Friday video.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll help you now. Yeah. So I might have took too many Benadryl.
Maybe. Yes.
And I might have put some cream and stuff on my face and done some other things.
Yeah.
But however, it worked.
Yeah, it took 3, I feel like it was like 3 days for it to go down, but it just kind of migrated down his face. And then
it moved. Unfortunately, I know your father is one. I have feelings for this, and I'm not saying it out of disrespect, but by Monday morning, I looked like a stroke victim. My face had sagged to one side. And that's what I looked like.
I looked at you. I know.
I do apologize, but
I felt bad for you, but I did laugh at you.
Like. I looked like a stroke victim.
I did feel bad for you. It looked very, very painful, but I got chiggers in Atlanta, and then I got spider bit in Dallas, and it wasn't fun. But I was like, if anything else stings or bites us, I'm done. I'm going inside for a day, and I'm done with stinging, biting things. But yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, QC, I was not out. I wasn't out for a while, but I was definitely feeling it, and I was trying to be
tough.
Well, I tried not.
You could just tell it hurt.
I try not to go out in public too much, and unfortunately, I had relatives in town. I had to go out to eat. I had to do social functions. I had things I had to do that required me to go. And unfortunately, my face was the topic of the discussion at everywhere I went, because I was making best of what I could do, but I did not.
Well, what was so strange, and I guess why we always talk about it here recently, is because normally you get bit and stung and by everything and anything for your work, and you don't react to this stuff. And this one, you reacted a lot.
I don't really.
It was just like,
it's like the softest part of your body.
I get that. But yes, it's just normally because you're outside tromping in the woods and everything else, you don't normally react like that. You get I mean, every day you come home with something, but that one was pretty intense.
3G, what I would give to be 40 again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll let you know what it feels like at the end of this year.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you know so you can try it again.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, is there moving forward? I
Uh-huh.
survived that. I didn't
Yeah.
die. Oh, I got another good one. Did I
Mhm.
tell the one about my really cool thought process one day?
I mean,
I walked
congratulations.
into an electric fence.
Oh yeah, no, you didn't say anything about this. No.
Ooh, Dan's Fish
Mhm.
has a sale going on. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we were just talking about getting some platies too, and I was just talking about. I was like, I need to check Dan's Fish's website. I just said that.
No. And all in this time frame of what I'm talking about, getting stung and all that stuff. The other
Mhm.
cool one I did,
Oh,
which
Holly's here. Hi, Holly.
which everyone will love.
Mm-hmm.
I was just doing my normal patrol, and I and I went through this one spot, and I was like, "Ooh, I can go in this cattle pasture. There's a gate," and it was growed up. And I was like, but I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh, but there's no lock on it, and I can get through there. No big
Mhm.
deal. A little brush and stuff, but no biggie." So I undid the chain, and the grass was wet. It's May, springtime. Undid the chain. I shoved that gate open. There was an electric fence there, but it had been growed over. But whatever they got that hooked up to,
Mm-hmm.
it works. It works
It
really
worked.
good.
Mm-hmm.
It works really good. It was old and rusty. Couldn't even see it. Growed up there, and the grass was growed around it. But I pushed that metal gate, and I pushed it about 1.5 feet into that fence. And I was standing in wet grass, and my boots were wet, and I was holding on to a metal gate. Yeah, I said some choice words and hit my knees screaming. And I was still holding on to the gate, getting shocked because it was touching the wire. You want to talk about, you want to talk, go Emil, go. Boy, I was down, hit my knees, still holding on the gate, getting
Yep.
shocked. So then I'm even more grounded, getting shocked harder.
QC says it doesn't look like there's any platies on sale, but I'll still shop for them. I'll still look. I don't know. I just felt the need for platies. We saw some bumblebee ones at the fish store the other day, but I don't know. They didn't look the healthiest, but I was still contemplating it because they still looked pretty, but
They look pretty
they just
sickly.
didn't look the healthiest, and they were still kind of expensive. I was like, I told him, I was like, I would like, I still like them, but I would rather order them and pay a little bit more, even with shipping, for something that I just knew was a little bit, a lot better.
Sandy, Paul, what's up, Paul?
Welcome.
Scotty, so now that Aquashella is over, dot.
I don't know. I couldn't possibly know what's going on next. I feel like September is going to be here, like right around the corner. It seems like everything goes by so fast. But I feel like we're going to have a couple of trips on the in-between, just trying to get the timing and everything down. But it's going to be fun. Life's better with fish trips. But I am excited because this coming up Saturday, I get to do my first talk at our fish club, and I'm really excited. It's small. I'm in charge of the beginners room, and it's from 9:30, 10 o'clock to 3:30. And every hour, I'm going to do like a little 15-minute little beginner type topic. And I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm so excited. So if you guys are in Missouri, and want to come to our club this Saturday. It's gonna be fun.
Next Saturday or
Well,
this coming Saturday.
next
Yes,
Saturday.
I guess Sunday is technically the beginning of a new week.
It's
Even though
the next
Memorial,
Saturday.
it's Memorial Day weekend,
Uh-huh.
and we didn't say we hope everyone is having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
And remembering the reason it is Memorial Day weekend.
Mhm.
Salute to all those people
Yes.
that have served and gave their lives for us to have a 3-day weekend. I appreciate that. Should take a little moment for that.
It's important.
Well, it is. I have family members that were service members.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Long past now, but still.
Says now that Aquashella is over, it's time for everyone to get ready for the Aquatic Expo in Charlotte in 2 weeks. I know I looked into it, but I don't know if I can swing it. But I did look. I looked at the map to see how far it was. I looked at airline tickets to see how expensive it would be. And I was like, oh, I want to go. I'm going to be jealous of everybody that's there. Welcome, Dee Dee.
Oh, Paul's got a 3-day weekend. Yeah.
What is I don't remember. I'll have to send it to you, Holly. I'll send it to you on Facebook. They moved to it's like a warehouse, but I don't is it Jost?
Yeah, Jost Chemical.
Something like that. I'll send you on my Facebook. There's my recent post. I'm pretty sure that has the address on it. If it doesn't, I'll send it to you. But I'm excited. They moved it it used to be at the Earth City Hotel. I don't remember what hotel it is.
It was a Holiday Inn
yeah, or something like that. And now it's in a warehouse. But I don't remember.
It's actually in a really cool room.
Yeah. It's not that hard to find either. I was kind of nervous the first time. I was like, I'm never going to find this. But we did. We found it. And if we can find it, you can find it.
Okay. So to clarify, I found it.
I helped. I found the sign.
She sat in the passenger seat and navigated. It's kind of like navigation with more pointing and some extra commentary. It's really cool. It's this really neat system. I think all cars should come with them. If you own a significant other, you probably already have a navigation system. They seem to be built in.
They are.
But it got us there.
I found the sign.
It got us there. It really did. I was pretty confident on my own, but you know what? You just can't. Sometimes you can't beat good technology.
You know, I might get lost. I might have some troubles, but I eventually figure it out, and I can read a map for the most part.
just.
Sometimes I get my left and my right still confused.
Left.
You know.
When you know, you just know.
Next week, Jesse won't be joining us for the live chat. You said I needed to know how to do this myself, right?
Yes, yeah, I did.
So, folks, no.
Yeah, that's right. Jesse, why aren't you in the right lane? Exits in 28 miles. That ain't no joke. You know your exit's coming up. Yeah, I know, honey. It's 4 more exits from here. We'll be fine.
I tell you to get in that lane 28 miles early because I can't see that far. I can barely see the GPS on the dash. I'm like, up here somewhere. Oh, goodness. Yeah, disable the camera. I need to go back to 2 cameras so I can. Dang it.
Oh, that ain't no joke.
Yeah. Does Carrie come with her own seat with brakes on her side of the vehicle? I need to.
No, but there's a big dent in the floorboard.
You know where that dent's from? The time I was driving and you were being annoying and I just happened to hit the brakes a little too hard. And I told you so many times, put on your seatbelt, and you wouldn't listen. So, you don't do that no more.
I meant the one on the floorboard, not the one in the dash.
Well,
the one in the floorboard's from your foot.
Yeah. You get us there. I bring my own brakes. Aggravates my hubby.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not that bad.
Better than getting picked up from the airport by your mother.
We're not going to talk about that. This whole, I thought I was pretty good traveling, and I realized I need stronger glasses. And my mom, I love her. She tried. She just got real scared, and then she just kept taking wrong turns, and I eventually got home. So I just got really familiar with that spot in the airport that I camped out for 3.5 hours.
I'm telling you.
But she found me eventually.
Oh.
What else is going on? I feel like we haven't talked for forever, but besides traveling, and I have been working on the fish room since I've been back. I kind of pass out. I do pass out for like 2 days, and then I come down here, and you did a good job with everything. It's just everything's kind of a mess.
Well, it's your fish room. I fed the fish.
You did feed the fish. You fed them very well.
I didn't overfeed them.
Nope.
I did not overfeed.
No, you did good. It's just
I just was not.
They just need my tender love and care.
Well, and I am not going to mess with your maintenance schedule just because, number one, even if I try it, I'm not going to do it good enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a. You'd be like, well, why'd you do it like that? Mm-hmm. I do this in stages. Right? Well,
yeah. Everybody does have their own way of doing things. Even it's our fish room for the most part, and you do things a certain way and I do things a certain way.
Exactly.
And then we argue about it, and then we still do the things
that we're going to do. Exactly. And I'm going to play and move my plants around the way I want to. And you're going to, and
I'm going to yell at you for doing it every time.
And you're going to treat your fish the way you want to. Mm-hmm. I don't tell you how to treat your fish.
Nope.
And what to do with your fish. You can move them all bimbly however you want.
I do.
There's no reason for me to do that.
And we just remind each other there's no wrong way.
There is no wrong way. We got one tank right now supporting broadleaf water sprite that you said would kill it.
No, I didn't. I said that
there's nothing that will grow in that tank. There's what you said. Your exact verbatim was nothing will grow in that tank and it will not survive. Mm-hmm. And that is the only tank that is looking the best.
Well, you just never know, That's why you got to try it. I have learned.
You said, do what you want.
Just do what you want.
You said, do what you want. You had your arms crossed, folded like, I can't wait for this to fail. And then go, told you so.
Yeah.
And
well, I have learned
that is the tank that it is thriving.
I have learned that when I get some new plants, you just never know which tank you might have a game plan and think it's going to grow in a tank, but it might not. So I like to spread it out in as many things as I possibly can because you just never know. And then that one, no, it normally doesn't grow anything too well at all. It hasn't been set up for as long as the others, and there's not but very little light to it, so it typically doesn't grow well. But I told you in the past with that stuff.
That is not you stated it.
No.
That is not the,
I
that's
said
not the
it does
extent- that
really
is
well.
not-
No, listen, I said it does really well. And then for some reason, I don't know, maybe the chat's the same. It does good. And then it's like overnight, it just disintegrates. So I'm hoping, but this one is different. It's a different type. And I hope it does well because I like it and that tank looks good. And I like the fish that's in it, and I like the plants that are in it. So,
Well, you're welcome for the fish.
well, thank you. Only Oscars is a new member, so say thank you.
Well,
thank you.
I was getting ready to say that only Oscars. Welcome to Tank Pals. and
Welcome to
thank
our
you.
hot mess. We've only seen each other like 3 times in 2 weeks, so we're venting it out with you here today.
Yeah. So if you want to watch a couples fight that is not a fight, this is how we argue. This is how we argue over the fish room.
So thank you for joining us. And
Well-
I'm sorry ahead of time.
Paul, I spent all day cleaning tanks and doing water changes.
Mhm.
Just need to tidy up
Yeah.
in here tomorrow. Well, that we understand. We
Mhm.
really do, sir.
Yes.
Because that is a constant. That's probably the tidy up I do. Carrie does. She really does. She's the best. She really is.
You're
She
saying that
she
now.
tidies up all the tanks, does all that stuff. I just have to come down and follow behind her with a trash bag
Mhm.
to clean up everything else. Paper towels, algae,
Well,
water
when
buckets.
you are working, you're concentrating, you're getting your maintenance done, and you're opening up plants or fish bags. You just toss them, you just throw them in a pile. You get your stuff done, and then you go up or you get your trash bin or whatever it is, and then you clean it up. But sometimes I'm on a mission and I get zeroed in and I don't want to walk across the room. It's not going to hurt anything. I clean it up. It's just a little trash pile of fish bags until everything looks good on the tank. And then you clean it up. It's just easier. Just be like, psh,
Except for when the fact that you get the tank looking good, and then the next,
someone agree with me.
and then the next day,
Don't
it's
take
still
his
there,
side.
and then it's still there.
No.
Okay. The next 2 days it's still there because I'm like, oh, surely she'll clean that up.
Mhm.
No,
It's my space. You just said it's my fish room.
it is your fish room, but I also have to cohabitate with you,
Uh-huh.
and
You do?
I also
I have an option.
I also enjoy looking
No one
at
told
the,
me that.
looking at the fish as well.
Mhm.
I mean, I do enjoy coming down and looking at my plants.
Well, tell
So-
QC that they're going to get dinner started and they're going to talk to us later. So thank you. And I hope you have a good dinner.
Yes, hopefully you have a wonderful dinner.
Save the low dopamine task for Jesse. Yeah, I will. I'm going to say that this is what Stephen P said to do.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
That was a wonderful comment. And now she's going to use that on me from now on.
Mhm. You say I'm high strung, so I have to do all the like crazy stuff, and you can just come along and clean up my trail of mess.
I mean, that's pretty much what I do. I mean, it works out well
Mhm.
for us. It
Yeah.
really does.
Well, with traveling, there's all kinds of laundry. Everything's kind of a mess. Like it's never fun unpacking. And then all the tanks they look better with a fresh water change and kind of, I don't know, looking at each one when you get back. It's just what I like to do.
Well, and it worked,
And I take my time because I'm tired from Aquashella.
well, and it's worked out well.
Uh-huh.
And
Holly, dirty job. Somebody has to do it. Thank you, Jesse.
this is true. If
Mhm.
it's a dirty job, I'm getting sent on it. I guarantee you.
Mhm.
Well-
Teamwork.
Well, it is teamwork. And that part I do appreciate and I do have fun with. Just like Carrie left, her mom had a problem. I got to go play in raw sewage.
Yeah, you did do that. And my mom, thank you, because she needed your help. It's just, you know, when you plan to go out of town, everything falls apart. And this time it was my mom's house.
Yeah.
But I am thankful that you guys knew how to fix it, because otherwise I don't know what she would have done.
Well, it was on the weekend, and by the time we got it fixed, we were literally fixing it, putting it back together.
Mm-hmm.
I was putting it back together.
Mm-hmm.
No problems there. She finally got a call back
Yeah.
from the first plumber that she had called.
Yeah.
From a plumber. She called a bunch of them. All went to their answer machine. She left messages on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And she got one call back out of like 10 people.
Goodness.
And that is craziness to me,
Yeah.
being a person that works. And I mean, enjoys their work, enjoys tree work. But if you're in a trade, in my mind, you're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
It just is what it's part of it. It is what it is. But you have
that
to.
one person that called you back agreed with you.
Well, yeah. And I told your mom when she said, no, I've got it handled now and they're fixing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, save that person's number
Save it.
because that person is the only person you should be willing to give money to, because they are an honest, trustworthy person, just because they called you back on a Saturday morning at 9:00 in the morning and no one else did.
Mm-mm.
It's insane to me.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Vinoski, what's up?
Welcome. Thanks for being here. There's no rhyme or reason to this chat, but we greatly appreciate your being here with us.
No, but I mean, if there needs to be a rhyme or reason, if someone has a topic that they would like to talk about or us to talk about, we will so jump on that. Absolutely.
It's been a busy last couple weeks, but it's been really fun. It's been a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun. And I'm excited for all the fish trips in the future. That's, I mean, the best part, talking with everybody.
Well, we've been summer tubbing's kicking off.
Yes.
We're getting that going.
Yes.
Carrie decided it was smart for her to kidnap a turtle.
I didn't kidnap a turtle. It walked to me and said, I want to be your friend. And I said, hello, Foxy Boxy. So
it's Myrtle. Myrtle the turtle. Is it a male?
I don't know. I haven't really looked. But
I'm pretty sure it's a Myrtle.
Every time I go to Aquashella and they have the tortoises, I want one. I had turtles when I was a little bitty kid. I was in the turtle races at the fair. I loved turtles. And that's kind of, Dad had the fish and I love the fish tank, but that was my little thing. And then I got into guppies. And I haven't had one for a while. And every time I see these tortoises, I like the ones that stay a little bit on the smaller side. They're like $300. And I want it to stay down here in the fish room with me and keep me company while we work on the I just really like them. But I'm always
like
nervous.
How you like me. You want a friend to stay down here with you as long as
I don't want you to bug me.
But just don't talk.
Don't talk.
I want you to be silent and possibly
hand me things. Just hand me things.
And possibly shrink into your shell and just hide for a while.
Sure.
But be near me.
But I'm just so nervous about taking him on the airplane. I don't know why. I know it's possible. It just really makes me nervous. And the last time we were in Chicago, we didn't get one. So I was like, well, maybe I'll get one this year. And then Chicago didn't happen. So whatever. So I was talking to James and I was like, oh my gosh, I really want one of these turtles and like, or tortoises. And oh my gosh. And then I got home and the next day I just walked around the corner and it was a little baby. I was like, oh, this is destiny. And so, just a few days of hanging out with a friend and then, just give me a little bit of time because I just love them so much. But yeah, so that is that. No one was harmed.
I didn't say there was any harming. There was none of the lead up to the story said you harmed anything.
I think the moral of the story is that you need to talk to me more.
The moral of the story is you don't want nobody to talk to you. You just want someone to stand there.
Don't tell anybody that.
Shh, just be very quiet and pick up my trash.
I tell you, I'm kind of a snob now because I only want to have fish friends. I liked my normal friends. They were great. They were in my life for the time they needed. But from here on out, unless you are a fish fam or a fish person, I don't. And if that makes me a snob, then so be it. I embrace it. That's who I am. I just want fish friends. You guys are good people and you treat me well. So I just want to have fish friends in my life. And if you don't want to be a fish friend, then okay.
It's all right. I'll let you have your little quirk. It's okie dokie.
I'm pretty set in my ways at this point in my life.
You're set in your ways. I just had a birthday.
You did. Fish friends are the best. That's true.
Paul is correct. I will admit, I have met some really cool people in the fish community.
Yes.
No joking, no joke aside on that, there is a lot of very interesting people out there in the fish community with specific knowledge on specific things that there is no way in the world you could Google it and find it.
I know. It's always the like hallway conversations, or you're standing in line for something and you just strike up a random conversation. And if they're there, they're a fish person. You don't have to explain yourself like the first 15 minutes of why do you like fish so much? Why not? Because I just do. So it's like you just jump right into the conversation. You don't have to justify anything. They just get it. And like you said, it's really unique, special conversations that you can't get anywhere else but in that moment in time. And you just listen. You just shut up and you just listen because you're just like, wow, how do you know that?
Well, and it's just little bitty facts that you're going to get off of a Google search, a Siri search, whatever. It doesn't matter the case, really. And it could be from fish to plants to substrate to tanks it doesn't matter. Filtration. There's little bitty things in there that when they start talking, you're like, whoa, I never even thought about that.
I know.
And you get kind of mind blown for a second. And then you're like, oh, that's like the most perfect idea. Why did I never even think of that?
I should have thought of that.
And you take that in and you use that in your fish room or however you can use it. And it's just, there's a million little ideas out there. It's insane. It's so cool. That I absolutely, that's why I talk to everybody now. I go to swaps, anything. I'm like, yeah, perfect. I'm like,
I always have like super short, but they're always really terrific conversations in an elevator at the fish shows. You only have a few seconds or a minute at the most, and it's just like, I don't know, it's always waiting at the elevator, in the elevator. It's just like super short, specific, fantastic conversations.
Thank you, Paul.
Mhm.
Happy belated birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I spend more hours with fish friends too. I know you do, Dee Dee. And I enjoy watching you on the chats. But that's just, I don't know. I know I say it a lot, especially when going to Aquashella and these conventions, but the fish, like going and spending time with friends that you don't get to see very often, it's really the best part. You just bond. Like I appreciate everybody in the chat and we have fun and we get to know each other. But when you're there in person talking and for hours, it's just the best part.
Oh, it is. I mean, that even not Aquashella is just
All of them.
swap.
The Clash, the Triple Crown, the swap meets, the monthly clubs. Just anytime you get to have a chance to see someone that you get to see not on a regular basis, but you get to see them from time to time. You look forward to seeing them again and having a conversation, but you always get to meet someone new. And I'm not the type of person typically to go up to someone and be like, and start a conversation. But in these types of settings, I don't know if it's more confident. I just feel more apt to just strike up a conversation,
Well, you just
waiting in line or something, because I feel like we have more in common, even though we might not know each other. We have more in common than someone at Walmart.
Well, you just feel more comfortable.
Yeah. If that makes sense, I don't know. Welcome.
No, you just feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I do now. I used to not, but I do. Even when I went to the auction, I just felt more comfortable with everyone around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, number one, I like auctions. And number two, I'm really aggressive at auctions just to be.
I want this fish. The first one, I was like, I don't know. And now we're just like, my hand's not going down. That's mine. Here's my number. We've come a long way I think we've been a member now for 4 or 5 years with our club. And here the last couple of times, it seems like you've had to go by yourself because I've been doing something. But when we go together, it's quite entertaining.
Well, it's quite entertaining to me.
Because I'll give you this look like,
no, it's quite entertaining to me now, because even when I go to the auctions by myself,
yes,
I don't sign in as me.
Mm-hmm.
I sign in as you.
Well, it doesn't matter. Your name's still on the club thing.
It is, but it's funny. I sign in as you, and they all know me, know who I am, and they know my name, but I just sign in as you.
Well, they're coming home to me anyway.
and I sign all my tickets as you.
Oh.
I sign all my tickets as you. Everything is you. But they all know my name, but I'm just I'm just the attachment of you. You are as Metallica would say, the master of puppets.
Okay.
you not know the song Metallica, Master of Puppets?
Yes, I do, but
yeah, I'm just the little puppet that goes to the shows, and I'm like, ooh, gotta have that one. Gotta have that one. Carrie, be happy with that one.
You did. I will have to give you credit. You did good with this one. The only thing that we recently lost from that last auction was the female in this tank right here, which does suck. But I did keep the contact information. So hopefully we can get another female. They're Berlin swordtails, and they look black, but they're actually a really pretty kind of metallic green. So that did suck. I was a little bummed. But these down here in this tank were tiny little diamond tetras, and they have grown a lot. Then you got the tank that you were talking about earlier has platinum white clouds in it with the broadleaf water sprite.
Yep.
That you were talking about earlier is what. But we've only got one loss you got a bunch. I can't remember how many specific. I think you got like 5 or 6 different bags of fish and some plants. But out of all of that, it's been a handful of weeks now. We've just lost that one female, which I know I usually do expect to lose something, but this one, everything was doing so good for so long. And then just like last week, that female died. I was like, darn it. But you did good. I will give you credit. You did good. You made some good decisions. You did.
Well, I think probably my favorite decision was the black Emperor Tetra.
Yeah. They're in this. Everything's backwards. This
Yeah,
tank right
behind
here.
you. That
This one. You can't really see it because I'm in the way. But they looked good in the bag. But once they colored up, they turned into quite the sight. And that tank's starting to look really good. I've like not got rid of some things, but I've kind of pruned some things back plant wise and switched the little things up here and there, but starting to really look really good. If I can move my chair, you can't really see it. Move out of the way. But you see it right here. Those are new plants and they're starting to, I wouldn't say they're growing at like a fast pace, but they're starting to sprout up and look really good. I think they've grown a little bit since you got them.
Yeah, those are the swords.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's an
I'm
Amazon.
right in the way.
I think there's an Amazon in there, and there's some sort of jungle sword in there, and then that wonderful plant that is in there. I'm hoping it does really well because that is like a red stem type fern.
Mm-hmm.
And if it does well, then I will be a very happy.
It's doing well. It's just losing some of the redness. I forget I should know, but it was sold as a red something. And it's taken root. It's right outside the camera. You can't see it at all. But it looks kind of like a Christmas tree, but it isn't as red as it used to be. No. But it's not in a really high intense light setting either, so but it is doing well. I was kind of expecting it to be kind of like hornwort. I figured it would shed a lot, but it didn't. And I'm kind of thankful for that. But
no, but
I didn't really know what to expect because it was new, but I did kind of think,
but the fish like it.
Yeah.
The fish like it, and we have it in several other tanks, so
yeah,
we will see which tank it takes.
I think it is doing the best in that one though.
That one, it shot roots out the side of the plant. So I'm assuming that would be a yes.
Yeah.
With it. It is enjoying that. Which you are correct. All the tanks, every one of them, all like their different, take their different plants differently.
Yeah.
Some plants just thrive.
I know it does. I know that's going to happen, but it still surprises me. Like it's new. Like,
Don't put that water spray.
That one did really well in that tank, but I didn't do good at this. It's just, it shocks me. It's kind of, I don't know. It's just fascinating to just like, oh, I wonder what's in there that it likes so much.
Well, I should share this. We only got a few minutes left. I should share this. I finally tried a TikTok thing.
Oh.
Well, I tried the TikTok thing I ran across this video of this dude talking about tomato plants.
Oh.
And how to not buy a bunch of tomato plants. If you're a vegetable person.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Silver Creek Grill and Burgers. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we grill a lot these days. It's so tasty.
Now you got me hungry. Anyway, tomato plants. I was talking about just buy one tomato plant from wherever, your local hardware store, greenhouse, whatever, and prune all the bottom leaves off of it take them off, put them in water, and they'll reroot, and then you plant them and you got more tomato plants.
Yes.
And I was like, well, I know I always prune the leaves off the bottom of the tomato plants anyway and plant them deeper so they root better. That I knew worked off the original plant, but I didn't know you could strip the limbs off and put them in water and they root again, and then you could plant them again. I tried it, and I took a couple of Carrie's old Coke bottles and cut them in half. Got some old fish water, and I thought, this is just as good as root stimulator.
Yep.
This will work. So I got a couple of them, and my mother was planting her tomato plants, and she always prunes them just like I was taught to prune them from her. So she gave me all her clippings.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't need a bunch. Just give me a few. So I took 6 of them, and out of 6 of them, 5 of them worked. I put them in that water. I set them in the windowsill, and just the other day, I told Carrie, I said, hey, come here, look at this. It did work. I thought they were I thought they were wilting and dying. Nope, they had roots way down into the water. I was like, it did work. I thought they were just melting and wilting away. Nope, they were rooting.
Thank you, Nano Aquarium guy, for he's listening and driving.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a fun, interesting stream today, but I appreciate you being here.
But I did, and it did work. So
it did.
For all of you,
there's something to that fish water, I tell you.
All of you in the chat, anybody on the replay, fish water and vegetables. If you do the gardening stuff,
it really
I'm telling you right now, 100%, no joke, from the bottom of my heart and the fact that I physically did it, it works. And I repotted them out in bigger pots right now, and they're still alive today. I wouldn't have believed it, but it works.
Yeah,
you can do it.
Our dirty tank water, you can't see it. I have a dirty trash, like a trash can for dirty water, and it goes out and pumps into a big bin, and then I scoop that out, and that's what we water the garden with. And it has changed so much. We did okay before with the garden, but not like now. I like lettuce and spinach for the bearded dragon too, and then we eat a crap ton of it. And the sugar snap peas are starting to grow really well. And there's just the broccoli. There's just some things that I've tried to grow in the past, and I could always get them to sprout and be like a cute little seedling. But then when you would transplant them into the ground, they would just disintegrate and they just wouldn't do anything. And it gets expensive to keep buying gardening stuff. And ever since we've gotten this set up for the garden, I mean, I look forward to it because it tastes better. The food just tastes better because you grew it yourself. So you're just like, this is awesome. And then since we do barbecue so much, like he'll do a stuffed pepper or a stuffed squash or something like that. And it just tastes good off the grill too. So it's just something I look forward to because it's fun when it actually works out. Before I was like, man, I enjoy this, but it's just kind of, it gets defeating.
We're getting a lot from Dee Dee and from Silver Creek. Yeah, I dump 90% of my water, of my shrimp, fish water on my garden, especially that canister filter gravy. Yeah. And all of that, man, is just amazing. We all know it, especially if you garden.
It tastes better. Fish poop's amazing.
It is.
It is just because I grew it. I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm going to be like, look, Mom.
Well, it is because, if you are in both activities and you love your aquariums and you love your fish and you love to garden, they combine just so well, the cross between them, because everyone knows you can go to the store and buy fish emulsion.
Mhm.
Well, guess what that is? We all know what it is. I don't
Mm.
have to say it.
It's expensive too.
And it's expensive, and it's literally ground up fish and ground up fish poop is what it is.
Mhm.
And that's why they call it emulsion.
DD hashtag save the fish water. Yes.
Yes, it is hashtag save the fish water. It's reuse if you can.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Well, I hate to throw it out too without having, if I can find a purpose for it, I want to. And it's like perfect. It's if two hobbies could, they mesh well.
Oh, Paul, I can only use my own water for the garden today, too. Wow. It is. It works so well. And it's
Mhm.
just it's amazing how it works, and the fact that it works the way it does.
Mhm.
And with the outside tubs getting ready to go on, it just
Read Silver Cream's comment.
we have look at themselves first. Their name that is so
That is funny.
fish
Mhm.
with an extra shh.
Mhm. Well, I guess since we just have a minute or two left, I really appreciate you being here with me today. Sorry we've taken some time off unintentionally. It was just kind of
We
between
will be getting back on track.
between doctor's appointments for the little one, your eye, and traveling and everything. It's been kind of a crazy couple of weeks, but we should be back on track now for a good few months.
We'll be back on track.
Mhm. I'm excited. And summer tubbing, like you said earlier, summer tubbing, we're really close. We're really close to being able to move fish outside and start breeding. And then I filmed a couple guppy videos this week. I'm really excited to start a new project with everybody. So I'm looking forward to your opinion on that too. So stay tuned. So I'm excited. It's going to be a fun summer.
It will be. It's
Mhm.
gonna be a good summer.
Yes, yes.
We will have a very, very fun summer.
Is there anything you want to say before we go? It's been a fun hour.
I love fish. It.
Well, how could I beat that? But
I can't believe I am glad there's a company out there that does that, because that's smart people right there.
Mhm. Yes.
That is wonderful. That is absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for everyone that is here.
Yes, thank you.
And we will be back on track. I promise. I will make.
Don't get stung.
Well, even if I get stung, I will get Carrie back on track. I'll be here with my swollen face.
Yep.
And we will keep going.
Yes. So look forward to our live chats, our podcast, and videos are coming out.
Hey, Carrie, don't forget to send that info.
What?
Don't forget to send that info, Freaky Fish Lady.
Oh, yeah, I won't. I'll do it as soon as I get off here. But thank you. And I guess we'll see you next Sunday.
You're welcome, only Oscars. I hate that duty. I get that duty all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, duty.
Duty. But thank you. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.